All right, buckle up because this one's a slow burn that ends beautifully. I work for a mid-sized marketing agency, one of those hip, creative, startup vibe places with open offices, coffee machines that never work, and a constant push for team synergy. I've been there for about 5 years, long enough to climb from intern to senior account coordinator. My goal was to make it to account manager, a role that opened up earlier this year. The job was basically made for me. I've been doing the responsibilities for months already because my manager, Lisa, kept delegating them to me while she focused on strategy. Spoiler alert, she didn't focus on anything except taking credit for my work. Lisa was one of those people who could sell you a pencil you already owned. Charming on the surface, manipulative underneath. She'd smile and praise your hard work in meetings, then conveniently forget to mention your name when presenting the same project to upper management. Anyway, when the account manager position opened, HR said they'd be considering internal candidates first. I knew I had a shot. I'd hit all my metrics, clients loved me, and my team trusted me. But Lisa, well, she saw that as a threat. The week after I submitted my internal application, things started to get weird. First, one of my biggest clients suddenly complained about missed deliverables. I double-checked our records. Everything had been sent on time. Turns out, Lisa had forgotten to forward my final presentation deck to them. She told HR that she'd noticed my recent decline in attention to detail. Then, during our weekly status meeting, she dropped this little gem in front of our director. I'm really concerned about the way some deadlines are slipping through the cracks. I won't name names, but we'll need to tighten up communication. Everyone knew she was talking about me. At this point, I started keeping a paper trail. Every email, every Slack message, every client interaction. I saved it all to a personal timestamp folder because something told me I'd need it later. 2 weeks later, Lisa called me into a one-on-one performance chat. She started with her signature fake concern. You've been under a lot of pressure lately. I just want to make sure you're not overextending yourself. Translation: I'm laying the groundwork to make you look incompetent. Then she hit me with the classic. I've had a few clients express concerns about your tone in emails. I asked to see the examples. She said she didn't have them handy. Convenient. That's when I realized she wasn't just trying to make me look bad. She wanted to eliminate me as a competitor for the promotion. So I smiled, thanked her for the feedback, and said I'd work on it. Then I immediately went to HR, phrased everything carefully, and said I was concerned that my manager was creating an inaccurate performance narrative. HR didn't say much, just noted it in my file. But that note, it would matter later. About a month into the chaos, we got a new high-profile client, a luxury hotel chain. Big deal for the agency. Lisa wanted to lead the pitch presentation herself, but delegated all the prep work to me and 2 other coordinators. We spent 2 straight weeks building the proposal deck, writing copy, designing mock-ups, the whole thing. 2 nights before the pitch, she called an emergency Zoom meeting at 9 p.m. Hey guys, I reviewed the presentation and made a few edits, she said. When I opened the new deck, my jaw dropped. She had deleted my name from every single slide that referenced project contributions. All of my sections, gone or replaced with her own talking points. I called her out right there. Hey Lisa, just wondering, is there a reason my name was removed from the creative section? That's the work I led. She smiled and said, Oh, don't worry. Leadership knows your contribution. I just wanted to simplify things for the presentation. Right, simplify. The morning of the pitch, I got a random Teams message from one of the VPs. Hey, great work on the Hotel Lux proposal. Can you hop on a call with me later today to walk through your strategy slides? My slides, the ones Lisa had claimed. I played it cool and agreed. During the call, I explained my design decisions, ad targeting strategy, and ROI projections. The VP seemed impressed, genuinely impressed, and asked if I'd be open presenting at the follow-up meeting with the client next week. Lisa didn't know this conversation happened. When she gave the main pitch that day, she fumbled. She couldn't explain half the data because, well, she hadn't made it. The client kept asking technical questions she couldn't answer. She tried deflecting to our team's analysts, but the damage was done. After the meeting, the VP called me again. I noticed Lisa seemed a little unprepared. I'm assuming you built most of that deck. I told him the truth. Not exaggerated, not emotional, just the facts. He thanked me, said he'd keep that in mind. A week later, the VP sat in on one of our department check-ins. Mid-meeting, he turned to Lisa and said, "Could you walk us through your decision-making process on a Hotel Lux campaign?" She froze, then mumbled something about delegated creative autonomy and collaborative frameworks. He nodded slowly, then said, "Interesting, because I spoke about those frameworks, and they seem to have a more complete understanding than you." Silence. You could have heard a mouse sneeze. Lisa tried to recover, claiming she mentored me through the process. But by then, everyone knew. The VP ended the meeting early, pulled me aside, and asked for a private debrief on the whole situation. I handed him the receipts, the emails, the drafts, the deleted name slides, the messages where she'd taken credit. He didn't say much, just thanked me and told me to hang tight. 2 weeks later, HR sent out an internal announcement. Effective immediately, Lisa will be departing the company to pursue other opportunities. We thank her for her contributions. Translation: she got fired. But the best part? The VP personally called me into his office that same day. He said, "We've been impressed with your initiative, accountability, and leadership during the Hotel Lux project. We'd like to officially offer you the account manager position." I accepted, obviously. Apparently, when they reviewed Lisa's behavior, HR found a pattern of her taking credit for subordinates' work and gaslighting others in performance reviews. My report wasn't the first, just the most detailed. A few months later, I heard through the grapevine that Lisa tried to get hired at another agency nearby. But my company had partnered with them on a campaign, and HR there called for a reference. You can guess how that went. I'm not a petty person, but I can't say I didn't smile when I heard she was still exploring opportunities. Meanwhile, my team actually likes working with me. Clients respect me, the VP trusts me, and I finally get credit for my own work. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to not miss another upload.